Hello there, guys, and today I'm reviewing this video episode by episode to see which episode Walking with Dinosaurs is the best. And of course, last year I did a rating, of course, as you all know, for of course what I think is the absolute, what I and pretty much everyone thinks is the absolute pinnacle of the series. Chased by Sea Monsters, where I gave it an 8 out of 10. But know what? Personally, after realizing that there is practically almost nothing, pretty much nothing wrong with it, seems like it, because ignoring the inaccuracies, I mean, fuck it. I give it a 10 out of 10. But anyway, let's begin, shall we? And now this year being the 20th anniversary, of course, of the Walking With series. And yes, I am a little bit late, since there's other people who've done it already, and it's almost, and the year is almost over. Alright, with the first episode. Of course, let's see. We all know it's set in Arizona 220 million years ago during the late Triassic, and is around this same age as the trees and stumps at Petrified Forest Park. The same day. And so, I mean, it is just great. It really does feel like we're going back to time as it starts off, and then and of course it shows them doing things that since then no other documentaries done since then, like showing them taking, like Post-Asuka's taking a piss, sleeping, and the Phernaxodons in their nests taking care of their young. Rather than just fighting and eating. And it really does make them feel like real creatures. So yeah. Eight out of 10. Since admittedly, models in it do look a little dated. But, that's really all I could really think of. That's really it. But still, really great. Alright, the second episode, Time of the Titans. So it basically takes place being fast forwarding to the late Jurassic 152 million years ago in what is now Colorado, which would later become part of the Morrison Formation that runs all along the Rocky Mountains. And so it follows a female Diplodocus being from the day she was born up until young adulthood. But yeah, definitely been more, really, of them not trying to kill each other and eat each other, even though sure there is this stegosaurus killing the Diplodocus calves. But still. And also, since in some parts of the episode it was filmed in California, so it makes sense why there's a wildfire. And so it really does make it feel like a real place. Like it, well, makes it feel real in that way. So yeah, probably 8.5 or 9 out of 10. So probably actually, yeah, a bit better than New Blood. Alright, Cruel Seed. No doubt easily my favorite of all of them. Being set 3 million years after the previous one. 149 million years ago, at the end of the Jurassic, and was now England. Yeah, personally, I really love the music. I love the setting, pretty much. I love just about everything in it. It's very nice, very relaxing to watch. So yeah, it gets a 9.5 or 10 out of 10. In my opinion, easily the best one. So, Giants of the Skies. Fast forwarding again 127 million years ago during the early Cretaceous, it follows an ornithochirus, an elderly male ornithochirus, going on his last journey ever, and it starts off in Brazil. And then later flies through North America, and then finally to his final destination where he finally died after failing to win a mate, being in what is now Spain. Personally, I really love the music. Again, it fits in perfectly. And it really makes you feel bad for it. But yeah, I would agree that the stakes really don't feel that high enough because of all the stuff that happens within it. But still, 8 out of 10. Now, Spirits of the Ice Forest. Again, I love the music. In fact, pretty much the music for all the episodes is good. And also, it is really nice to see people actually cared about the dinosaurs living in Antarctica. And since they are, and Australia, since they're not looked at as they should. But yeah, one of my problems though would be how, course, how they're lacking feathers, even though sure was still much warmer back then than it is now. But still, it would make more sense. Not only is it more accurate, but it makes way more sense for them to have feathers to protect them from cooler conditions. Because sure was still pretty warm, but it wasn't exactly tropical. And especially since new evidence of the first ever feather dinosaur, as you guys all know from my recent episode, my new episode, Paleo News, how there was recently a dinosaur with feathers found in Australia. But yeah, still, that doesn't really ruin anything. 8 out of 10. Now, for the final episode, Death of a Dynasty. Of course, it takes place 65 million years ago in the Hell Creek Formation, Montana. But yeah, of course, it follows mainly a female T-Rex and her 2 chicks. Or whatever. But yeah, of course, the criticism being the T-Rex being really flimsy looking, if not actually ugly looking. And also the inaccuracies being the location, how there was no volcanoes at all, and how it would have been like the Florida Everglades, or the complete opposite of how Montana is like now, blah 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 blah. But yeah, but nevertheless, it is understandable, showing how their days are numbered and how they were on the verge of extinction. But yeah, I guess I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. Still a pretty good end to the series overall. So that was my rating for all of 6 of the Walking with Dinosaurs episodes. But anyway, let me know which ones you think are the best. Which one? 6. And of course, as you can tell, the one I thought was the best being Crew C. Despite being one of the more inaccurate ones. But yet it does not ruin anything for me. But still, even then, really just how it could have been better. And I still enjoy watching all of them and all the Walking With series except for the movie. Over and over and over again. And I never get sick of it. It's a shame we'll never have another documentary series like it ever again. But anyway, as usual, leave a like, subscribe to watch more content on this channel every day. But from now on, thanks for watching.